Hello guys, today we're gonna talk about how we make this sandy filled room in Blender. As you can see, it's looks, hold on, it looks like this, extremely professional, just using basic stuff like normal fill light and normal background light and an environment sky texture. And you can do it to whatever you actually like. Let me show you the final render. This is how it looks like. It's the final render. It looks extremely cool. Just using simple models and shaders, you can pull this effect. Let's go ahead and start. So first, you go over here, delete everything, then go and then add a plane. Maybe let's scale it by 10. Apply all transforms. Okay, so what we're gonna do is then press on this, click tab, subdivide. Oh, hold on. Subdivide, and then you keep doing it until you get a good amount of. We first need to check vertices. Like, you have to look. You don't make it too much. Most of the time, 16,000 is enough. So now since we have this, we can go over here to the modifiers, then click search, and then do displace modifier. Hold on, displace. Yeah, do a new one. Then once you do it, you click on this properties tab. You go here, and for sandy kind of vibe and texture, you have to go with Voronoi. Okay. And now what you should do is that you start looking. I mean, most of the time I use this last one, but you can choose whatever you like. I mean, look, you see, what is wrong, bro? This is crazy. Okay, never mind. So you keep adjusting these, you know, keep adjusting the contrast and then the brightness. Well, mostly just the contrast until you get a good thing. You don't care about the quality. I know it looks ass, but now since we're done with this, we can go back to this tab and then do subdivision surface. And then since okay, let's pull it up a bit. We say this is enough for a texture. Anyway, so once we're done with this, we go over here, apply, and then apply. Then we have this. Now we need the sand. So what we mostly do, we go to the shading tab, we create a new material, and then we pull up a new shader by going over here, maybe this website, and then you can go and choose whatever like sand kind of texture you want, and then just download straight up this one. Okay, and then once you're here back again, you're gonna go here, click over here, and then do Control Shift T. Make sure the node wrangler is on, because without it you can't do it. I think most people know this by now. Anyway, you go to the downloads, you go to the sandstone you got. Yeah, so you go select everything, you deselect this, then you put it over here. Okay, so now we have a bit of texture. We go reduce this IOR, try to keep it like that. Mostly do this a bit much. Yeah, this actually looks better than even the one I had. Anyway, so yeah, we're in AV. Let's go hit cycles, GPU compute, denoise. Yeah, and then what we're gonna do is keep the color measurement in sRGB, and then go to um, where? Yeah, go to here, the word preview, and then we go over here and do like a sky texture. Okay, now we see what we have. So first, now since we have the sand, now it's already good. Okay, now the second thing that you work on is doing that little room. Mostly it's just a cube. When you scale it up, mostly you just scale it up, put it a bit on top, or maybe you could just delete the down face, and then delete this one. And you could press I to get this over here. Maybe let's this time keep it as a window if you like. Look, so we remove the faces, and now we do solidify modifier, and then we extrude it outward. Okay, I mean whatever you feel like it. I mean for me I like it outward so it doesn't have problems. And make sure to click on even thickness so the edges are evenly solidified. Whatever. Now let's get back to what we were doing. I think this is enough. And then we go over here, we do apply, and then you use press tab, select all, UV, Smart UV project, and then you iron margin point 0110 point no I meant 0.010 unwrap. That once it's unwrapped, you can go to the model. You can go to the UV editing. You can come here, and then go to the material shader. Open this image texture. Open. Or you know what? We got a better deal. We go to the shading tab. Click over here. Control Shift T, and then come back, and then oh, orange sandstone. Yeah, that was not, but yeah, granite. You know what? Today let's try granite or something new. You know, let's try to get a new texture. So we should go for something. I was thinking we could go with something like this. Then we go to where? Let's do PNG 2K. 2K is already enough. Just wait for it. Now we do extract, and then yeah, here. Right now. Okay, we have almost everything. So what we're gonna do is hop back into our project. Press Control Shift T. Come back and can create, and then we hop in literally from here till here. Okay, we select all of these, and then import them. Now we have this, which you have to mostly come over here and then do maybe 2 by 2, because or maybe let's do 3 this time. Okay, yeah, way better. Okay, so now you can bevel whatever we want by selecting the edges. Okay, chop one, and then this one. Then we can bevel them, Control B to bevel, and then maybe we could leave it like this. Let's see if there's problems with. Okay, let's re-unwrap this. Okay, and now it looks cool. So yeah, this is almost it. We're almost done. So now since we have the sky texture, we have to go over here with the light. You see the source light needs to be coming from this window, not from the back. So what you gotta do is go over here and then go to the sun rotation. Uh-huh. Okay. And then yeah, from here. And then if you look closely, this should be right on the middle. Okay. So the sun size should be mostly like this, and the strength should be a bit lower. Anyway, now we go add light and we add a sunlight. We go over here, go to the side, get this up a bit. We get it somewhere here, and then we aim it over here, and then hold on. Okay, so which has to be going this way. Okay. Now this should be hot. Yeah, this almost like this. I think we should turn the gain on. Yeah, but like the spread isn't looking nice, so I'm not just keep this way. Now for the color, we start going a bit too chill. I mean, we can go for something like this. I mean, if you like it, but like, we're trying to keep it like the old one we got. So, after you're done with this, you add another cube. You scale that cube up, and then you make sure it covers everything. Then press new, delete the principal BSCF, and then add the principal volume connected to the volume. Then make it a bit more than 0, just for it to follow the colors it already has. It adds a real good quality. Then mostly here you do 0.05 or 0.02. Okay, now let's first add the camera since we forgot to add the camera, and then now we open this up, do view, and then do camera to view. Now we can control this. Okay. So, okay. This is nice. So, now we get this a bit before. The best thing I found is that you have to get it right before in, and then over here, you have to get it right up about here. And now it looks really nice. Let's lock this. So now we're at a really good place. Maybe let's put the sound down a bit. Yeah, already way better. Okay, so let's go back to the light, and then and then increase the strength. Okay, so now this looks real nice. We can add some really good stuff. Maybe let's add some signs. Yeah. So let me see. I think I think it's FPX. Yep. So yeah, we got these. So yeah, these are signs. But what I can show you is that we can put them a bit far above here. Okay, so we're gonna go back here, and what we're gonna do is go to the wireframe. Select this. Oh, not like that. Select this. Press P to these to like separate. B, separate by selection. I don't think we need a lot. I think we mostly need this. I remember it was the non-smoking one. And yeah. So we get these three signs back here. And then now we add the textures. So we go over here. And then we go over here, press this, go to download, go all the way here. Textures. Yup. Now if we look closely, this stuff should have. Yup. So I like to do on faces. You know what? What about we put it right above there? Okay. I'm gonna add this right here. And this should be, I don't know. Let's first get this right here. I think we're Gucci. Yeah, now if we open, like, come over here. Go to the sun. Over here. Okay, this looks very much better. Okay, so if you look closer, this looks really nice already. But to take this to the next level, we go to the composition, We come here, we put the layer, and then we make it blue, shrink a bit down, center and keep it at 1. Blur this, you can keep it at whatever you like, whatever is good, be good. Quality, if you want to have a really good quality, make sure to put it on high. And I think, this time, let's change this, and then, you know what? Let's do something real cool. So we're gonna do A in text, and then hop back in. Let's say we say like salmonex, okay? And then using this, we can hop over here and then geometry, offset. Okay, I see. Extrude. Okay, this is already nice. Okay. Okay. We have to mostly put it until here, right on the middle. So, what we're gonna do is convert to mesh, and then we either remesh over here. Okay. Okay, see now? Looks really nice. Now we could maybe start getting a bit cooler. Maybe this. Maybe like this. But we make it as a new material. We crank the metallic up. And then we do UV wrap, smart UV project, and then boom. Alright, put this out. Okay, this looks basic, but the trick here is from the camera itself. So if we go here, we do panoramic, and then we go either middle ball or fish eye. Let's see what is good to use today. We say middle ball, but not sure. Okay, this is good. Okay, so now we have this, which is already okay. So now we have it looking real nice. What about we add a light, an area light, rotates it 90 degrees, mostly like this, like this. Okay, this. You know what? Let's get another one. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Okay, this looks already pretty great. I think we should do something like look at this a bit up over here. Here. Okay. Now you see, if we go up here, press under. Now we're good. So, I think this is almost it. Yeah, it looks really nice. Maybe we have a little bit of problem with this just because of like the thingy. So I hope you guys like the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and see you soon.